Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Pinagyan! Dananan! 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 Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan! Dananan! Pinagyan!
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jets and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405, one of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year, a little bit. Just about set. Anders Carlson has the ball teed up. And off we go from SoFi. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
They face 2nd down and 7. On play action now. Herbert. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
A throw on the first play from Rodgers. He'll get that to Wilson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. Another run here with Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll run. It's Hall. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. So they'll try it again from 5 yards further back. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good.
Chargers, nothing. Anders Carlson with the ball.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. He connects with Disley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A run with Dobbins. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Tony Adams there on the stop. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Herbert. Open man is Davis. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. That tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. This pass caught, right side, it's Allen. So after... Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Dobbins, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. To the tight end, Likely. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's a 3rd down and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Rodgers. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
They will run it over center with Hall. Yeah. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Jets 1st down.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Cleveland Pearl, former 4th overall pick of the Raiders, gets in there for the sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Third and long. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That caught by Davis. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A pickup of 15 in the air. And the Chargers have the first down. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. To the goal line and in. Johnston. Touchdown Chargers. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, New York.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Finding room at midfield.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break as we send you back east. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jets offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. We get to Hall. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. We'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. From the gun, Rodgers. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Jets. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play threw it up to the left corner of the end zone. And, Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw is Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Throwing is Herbert on, and this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
A 6-yard loss.
I'm always curious how defenses come back on the field after allowing a touchdown on the previous possession, and so far I'm liking what I see. There's no heads being held low. There's no dwelling and thinking back to that last drive. They've come out and completely dominated. this next possession.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Junior Colson there to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one complete to Johnston. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's Herbert. This one complete to Palmer. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Johnston motioning over. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more. Second down and 8. Throwing now is Herbert. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You know at this point that defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Here's a 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Jermaine Johnson, the former 1st-round pick, in there to bring him down. Now on 2nd and long. Herbert to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. And this one is intercepted. It's DJ Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's no secret. This offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more, and they'll have a chance to put this one to bed. They begin 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Hall, and he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Here's Nixon on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. To throw, it's Herbert. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Throwing again, Herbert. Open man is Davis. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now Herbert again. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Chargers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
So this one in the win column for the Jets. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest.
Da-da-da! Winner, da-da-da! Winner, da-da! 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 Flip it, da-da! Da-da-da! Winner, da-da! Da-da-da! Winner, da-da! Da-da-da! Winner, da-da! Da-da-da! Flip it, da-da! Da-da-da! Winner, da-da! Winner, da-da! Winner, da-da! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Lupetina! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Lupetina! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Lupetina! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Lupetina! Da-da-da! Lupetina! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Da-da-da! Da-da-da! Pinagida! Fifty. Da-da-da. 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 399. Da-da-da. 399. Da-da-da. 399. Da-da-da. 399. Da-da-da. 399. Da-da-da. 399. Da-da-da. 258. Reenacting. Look at you. Da-da-da. Look at you. Da-da-da. Reenacting. Reenacting. Reenacting.